Drink District is a story of 4 concurrent life journeys that are circulated by alcohol consumption in Dublin. The characters include a teenage girl, young male adult, middle-aged man and a mother. Challenges occur in the 4 separate scenarios. This presents lifestyle struggles for each character to overcome in their everyday life. This adheres to their intolerance to consume alcohol from advertisements and off-licence outlets. The 4 character components feature connections with each other during each context. They become subjected to their prominent alcohol consumption impulses at the climax of each act. Are we living in a drink district? In Crumlin village on Friday morning, a young teenage girl named Catherine walks to school from her home. This duration usually takes around 21 minutes. During this route, Catherine passes by bus stops, local restaurants and bars. In addition, she visits a shopping centre prior to her final destination.
Oh, state of going in school today. Sun is banging. Fuck it anyways, I'm so late. Crumlin, so busy, the streets, the pubs, the shops. I don't know what all these people do, but yeah, gonna go for a walk before I go in, don't care.
Various alcohol interactions engage with her journey before Catherine enters the shopping centre.
I look forward to the day I'm able to drink in a pub, up the Ashley.
Meanwhile, in a busy off-licence, an alcohol spirit catches her eye. It displays a deal of her favourite drink.
Where's all the drink deals? Dunstars' cheap drink. Savage.
Catherine has plans to purchase lunch before becoming enticed by the alcohol sales in the shop. She corresponds over social media about the beverage before making her way to school.
Look, the amount of cheap drink and vodka tonight is going to be lit. Who's on streaks? Getting our drink on tonight.
Later today, Catherine will have a conscious choice to make, to drink or not to drink.
Oh, stress this place. What do I even need? Right, get me out of here. I have to get someone to get vodka on the cheap later. Gonna be killed for being late. I'd love to not go in, pure effort. Didn't even do my homework, absolute nightmare. Jesus, I'd rather be drinking than going into this kip. Roll on 3 o'clock.
Today, there are over 125 outlets licensed to sell alcohol in the Canal Communities and Dublin 12 areas, compared to just under 49 in the 1990s. Over 150% increase in alcohol sales the last 20 years. Most of the community live within a 3-minute walk of an outlet where they are exposed to alcohol sales. The availability of alcohol in Dublin 8 and 12 has escalated disproportionately. The results have equal negative outcomes: death, illness, antisocial behaviour, underage drinking, undeniable patron, the burden this society must welcome. A young adult named Declan walks to his work in Rialto from the shopping centre in Crumlin. The duration takes 15 minutes. Prior to this, Declan visits the local supermarket, which is heavily populated for Friday afternoon.
Jesus, me head is banging. The idea of work is killing me. Everywhere I look, there's alcohol. Then again, I'd much rather be on the rollover. Beer, shots, vodka, 4 AM, still drinking. Need something fizzy before I go in. Few beers by the canal would be lovely.
En route to work, Declan passes by facilities such as bars, restaurants and shops.
Rialto, how I missed you. Not. Bit early for work. Much rather walk around for a bit longer. Love some smokes to get me through this day. Everyone just out enjoying the sun, drinking, connecting, enjoying the Friday buzz.
Last night, Declan had a work event. He requires some refreshments and smokes a cigarette before starting work in a local pub. Declan strolls into local Rialto outlets.
Why am I in this off licence again? Oh yeah, I need smokes. So much drink. I'd love a cider with the sunshine. God, everywhere I look there's alcohol. Shops, bars, off licences. Never gonna be able to escape the idea of drinking. Trapped. My last bit of fresh air before my 10-hour shift serving local streak. What a way to spend your Friday. Looking around Rialto will severely question my day. This day is gonna be torture. Suppose just embrace it. Just a normal day.
Declan remains outside of work for a moment and glances at the street, reminiscing about alcohol sales and advertisements he just discerned. Declan will serve drink today rather than drink it.
Work time, out later, plan.
No escape from alcohol exposure for children living in the community. Complete normalisation of alcohol sales. There are high levels of harm in the community. Research shows that just under 90% of the adult population has a pattern of drinking at harmful levels. The sheer density of sales in both areas, the approximate 300-metre walking distance from an outlet selling alcohol, the mushrooming effect of sales density and growth over the years. Advertising target drinks consumption. It affects the individual. Alcohol is not like milk. The other mind-altering substances, such as tobacco and paracetamol, have restrictions in how they are sold or displayed. Alcohol has minimal limitations in comparison. A young mother named Amy starts her day by dropping her child to a local creche. The journey from Inchicore to Drimnagh roughly takes 10 minutes by car. During transit, local shops, bars and advertisements accompanying the outside scenes of Amy's journey.
Another day, please God get me through this day, so thankful it's Friday. This week dragged by, such stress and pressure. Hate this journey, always is so hectic, everyone going about their days, buying, selling and working. Everyone enjoying the sun, envious to be honest. God, I'd love a drink later, someday for a beer garden. I feel trapped by this street each time I visit. Constantly wanting, needing, sometimes thinking it's just easier to join the crowd and consume.
After a busy commute, Amy and the child park the car and walk to the creche.
My child's creche is surrounded by this, grown up in alcohol society before consciousness has arrived.
Amy notices alcohol advertisements outside of the kids' educational facility. This distracts her. Amy has a couple of hours until she picks her child up. She shops in the Drimnagh area. Browsing in between shops, Amy is distracted by alcohol sales that are associated with the advertisements she noticed previously.
Wine deals, beer deals, spirit deals, it's normal for me to see this. Anywhere I look there is alcohol sales, advertisement visuals, packed streets and bars. In a blind panic I nervously bought a bottle of wine. Do I finally know the terrible truth? I was hooked, I can't quit.
Amy becomes suffocated by the availability of the substance. Once again, Amy returns to the creche, although her spirit has changed dramatically.
Back to the creche, covered by business, created by relationships, formed by supply and demand. Sometimes I feel I can't cross an area without being aware of an alcohol advertisement. More alcohol available equals more drinking, equals more alcohol related harm. I know this, but why do I want it? I feel I need it.
Research with youths aged 16 and under are accessing alcohol and have a positive perception of drinking, despite experiencing negative consequences. In Ireland, 3 people die every day as a result of alcohol-related illness. Did you know how often it impacts you? It's difficult to escape alcohol sales within these communities. The impacts of consumption levels and harms from alcohol is clear. Are we sacrificing our collective health and normalising alcohol for young people for the sake of personal convenience? Friday midday. A middle-aged man named KIERANS exits the pub in Rialto as he commences the journey home to Inchicore.
What's the time of that? 11? Oh, Jesus, it's 12 o'clock. I better get moving. Where's the bleeding door? Oh, there it is there. How many points did I have? 2? 4. Jesus, that's some day, isn't it? Wasn't like this when I came in. Right, here's the Lewis now. Well, come on and let me know. Should I pay or should I go? I don't think so.
On the Lewis home, Kieran sits alone and scans the area, observing advertisements and local village goers.
Look, I'm gonna start throwing shapes at everyone. Stating me. Everyone's looking because I'm out of it. See, hipsters, junkies. Everyone has too much skin in their own game. There's another book. I'm gonna go in there and chain myself to the stool. Canal is looking beautiful as ever. Cans by the canal. Cans on the canal. Cans in the canal. Living the bleeding dream.
Partaking in midday drinking with social friends, he walks into shops and off licences as he becomes enticed to purchase cigarettes and alcohol by an advertisement card he glanced at in the pub. Already having consumed an abundant amount of both products, he reflects whether he should continue the purchase or not.
What do I need before I go home? Smokes. Drink. A life. Maybe.
Walking through Inchicore, Kieran becomes perplexed by the ongoings in the area, questioning his current status and life story to date.
Busy here today. Always the bleeding same. At least I'm out of the pub. Boogies, the pub, the offie. They're all bleeding, screaming me name. Fucking trapped.
Kieran's mental situation has changed drastically. This triggers a reflection on his path. 2 options: to go home or continue day drinking.
What's it all about? Sleep, drink, repeat. Sleep, drink, repeat. Sometimes a little dance. My Jesus. The area's just full of drink everywhere. Kids grow up looking for more. They're into the whiskey as soon as they can lift the bottle. And that was me. That's the trick. That gang of little shits. Back now to the flats. That's a kip. I love it. Ah, there you are, missus. Those stairs look bigger today. Fucked. Absolutely shattered.
A local man has committed suicide in the Inchicore area due to alcohol abuse, bringing the total number of alcohol-related deaths in the area to... Are we living in a drink district?
Hidden harm. Children suffer in silence as a result of parental alcohol misuse. Research from a national audit indicated that parental alcohol misuse was a factor in 62% of neglect cases. Alcohol use is associated with numerous harmful health and social consequences, including an increased risk of a range of cancers, stroke, and cirrhosis of the liver. Alcohol also contributes to death and disability through accidents and injuries, assault, violence, homicide, and suicide. The story of Drink District embodies each of our communities and life stories. It corresponds with our social relationships, patterns, and values. The power is with your behaviour and choices. All forms of transit connects with alcohol consumption. Only getting bigger, all stops welcome it. Has this been you? I am drink and drive. I am financial trouble because I drink too much. I am family issues due to my relationship with drink. I am the spectrum of alcohol. A drink district will remain as you spend, buy, consume. They want that. Primary to Drink District's aspirations is to facilitate the response to drink awareness and transformation, embracing its existence innately by inspiring others to act on improving their social relations. In essence, the goal is to shape our worldview in an equipoise of the self. Are we living in a drink district?